I started it earlier, and then I chased a dog for 45 minutes. So I'm just
nice. You got your workout in. Yeah, I talked to them about question 4. I don't know what happened. There's no question there, so they're trying to get that fixed. But I'll take the hit on the wrong answer if we don't know what to put. I guess we could try to figure out. I was talking to Frank. We can try to figure out what the question is. I don't know. Maybe that's the answer. You got to figure out the question. All right, Michael's on. All right, we'll get started because I don't know what John's doing. All right, so then we'll go through the quiz first, and then we'll get into the other stuff. Question 1: B11 is ruled for a blocking foul. How should the fouling player's number be reported to the table? So 1 or A, use a two-handed report to show 1 with the index finger of both hands. Use a one-handed report that flashes 1 twice very quickly. Use a one-handed report that clearly differentiates 2 ones to the scorer. Either A or C would be correct. So we're talking about signaling. Are we still able to do one-hand mechanics, or are we just totally went over to two hands?
In the mechanics book, it went to 2 hands.
2 hands, yeah. Right?
Right.
So it's got to be
a couple years ago, it was a Texas exception.
So it's got to be A then, right?
Yeah, and then they finally went in Federation. They went to 2-hand reporting.
Okay.
And
that's what I figured.
They still have the box for reporting, but they went to 2-hand reporting about 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, I remember they went to it. I just didn't know if you could still do one hand, but it sounds of it, no. That's why I was looking at A and C. So everybody thinks it's A, because that's the only one that has 2-handed reporting. Anybody got anything different on it? So you put A. Is that what you got, Frank?
Yes.
All right, cool. All right. Is this recording?
Yes, it is.
It's recording. Okay, thanks. Because I got kicked out here and I had to get back in. All right, A25 is ruled for a player control foul. How should the fouling player's number be reported to the table? Okay, so it's either A or B. It's not one-handed. So A, use a two-handed signal, displays a 2 with the right hand and a 5 with the left hand. Oh, okay. They did it last night. He did
yes,
51 on 15. I'm like, this guy right here. He was clearly rattled.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, because he's doing it the wrong way. Use a two-handed signal, displays a 2, okay, with the left hand. So, all right. So we're clearly going A again, right?
Correct.
All right. That sounds pretty straightforward, all right? After A1's try is released and is in flight, the official inadvertently blows the whistle. The ball hits the ring, but the try is unsuccessful. Oh, Lord. Is Mosley on here? What is the result? Okay, A1's try is released, is in flight. We have an inadvertent whistle. The ball hits the ring, but the try is unsuccessful. What do we do? All right. A, the throw-in is awarded to Team A regardless of direction of possession arrow. Same but Team B. C, throw into the team entitled to the possession throw-in. The throw-in is at the spot nearest where the try was unsuccessful. Okay. Anybody want to take it? I know the answer, but I just want to see if maybe Josh or Mario or Michael, what would you do? So we have a ball that's in flight and we have an inadvertent whistle. What are we doing? Hopefully you don't have them. That's number one, but we obviously do. What would y'all do in that situation?
I'd assume just a throw in at the nearest spot.
So you have it, the last one?
Yes.
Okay. Anyone else?
No, I've got C.
Your name is not Michael, and your name is not Mario.
When the hell did John come on?
I know, he got in late, too. I'm going to start calling him Reggie.
He can't listen?
I can listen. I'll shut up.
I didn't see him. All right, so you have C. All right, that's fine. So John has C, Josh has D. Michael or Mario, what do y'all have on this? So inadvertent whistle, ball's in flight on a shot. Let's just go to inadvertent whistle. What do we do on inadvertent whistles? We don't have them. But what's if we have an inadvertent whistle, what's the resumption of play on it?
I go spot of interruption and get the
You
ball
got
back to the team that had it.
right. Okay, so you go point interruption, right? But this one, the ball's in flight, so there's zero team control. So if we had
Well,
team
I'm going
control,
to
we're
the
gonna
arrow.
go right. So okay, so that's where it is. We got to go to the arrow, right? Because no one has team control, which is unfortunate. So we're not going to award it to either team because there's no team control. We're not going to go to the nearest spot, so the throw-in is entitled to the possession arrow. So that's what it is. It just goes down to point interruption and then where we at, no team control. So we got to go AP arrow. So we got C. Thanks, John.
John has the next one.
Yeah, John. All right, so this one we got to figure out what the question is. It's a trick one. I'm not going to waste time on it. They don't have a question here, so I'll get it. But let's just look at the answers and see if what we think the question would be. So possession, we got an AP throw in, team control foul and team A, common. No, I got no idea. I don't even want to get into it. No freaking idea.
There's no way, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea what because they're so different. The answers, it could be so many different scenarios. I'll leave it alone. All right. Under what conditions is the resumption of play procedure used? When a team does not make a free thrower available for a throw-in following a time. Okay, all right. Or an intermission between quarters. When a team does not make a throw available for a throw-in following a halftime intermissions. When a team does not make a throw available for a throw-in following a timeout. And Jesus Louise. Okay. What we got?
I'm
So
going with D.
Going to all of them? Okay. So we got a resumption of play. That's definition though, 438. So if you go to definitions, I'm on page 39. Resumption of play procedure is used to prevent delay in putting the ball in play when a throwing team does not make a thrower available or following a timeout or intermission, unless either team is not on the court to start the second half. The procedure results in a violation instead of a technical foul for an initial delay in specific situations. So this is it here. It's saying does not make a throw available or following a timeout. So it's not a free throw. Has nothing on a free throw, does it? Anybody anything different? That's what I got. I'm on 39, rule 438, resumption of play procedure. Resumption of play, and then we got 751. I think that's just going to be under a 751. I'm just reading it on a on a throw in does not make a throw available or following a timeout or intermission. So I've got C.
What's your answer?
Well, I'm reading it. It says the resumption of play is used to prevent delay of game, blah, 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 when a throw-in team does not make a thrower available or following a timeout or intermission. So I have C.
Yeah, but Mark, when
So,
when you look at the two,
751.
but then go to 821, 8 is under free throws.
So it's the same.
And correct. Under the definition, a thrower is also considered a free thrower. So when you go to 821, following a timeout, intermission, or resumption of play procedures may follow to prevent delay of game. Administering official must sound the whistle to indicate play will resume. The ball must be placed at the disposal of the thrower or placed on the floor at the free throw line, and the count must begin.
Oh, 812. Okay, right there. Yeah.
Yeah, 812 under free throws.
So then it's all the above?
That's what I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
A1 is attempting the first of a one-on-one free throw. Oh, if simultaneous violations occur during A1's unsuccessful try, what are we doing? Okay. I just talked to Kenny Lemon about this last quiz. All right, so do they get a replacement free throw? Shall not shoot the second one-on-one. Team B should be awarded a throw-in. AP throw-in is a result. Gee, so it's a one-on-one. Simultaneous violation occurs. Okay. I know what I have. What do y'all have?
Well, that's That's almost the same as the very first quiz we had when it talked
Right.
about. And in that answer, it said, no, can't remember exactly, but in this case, it's a 1-and-1. They violate on the first free throw. So according to rule 9-1 in the penalties, number 3, it says that no points can be scored and it results in a throw-in. That's what I have, but I don't know what anybody else thinks.
So what do you have? Which one you got, John? You have
I've
AP
got
throwing?
D. I've
D,
got
okay.
D.
Okay. Anyone else got anything different? Trying to go to case play because sometimes that'll help. Ah, they got a double foul. That's what I have. I have an AP hour as well. You can't score it.
Yeah. If you go to page 57 in the rule book under the penalty, on page 57, number 3.
Number 3, yep.
Yeah. And it just explains it almost like a case play.
There you go. Yep. If there's simultaneous violation by each team, the ball becomes dead. No point can be scored. Remaining free throws administered or players resumed by a team entitled to possession arrow. Boom, right there. All right, perfect. All right, page 57 for the listeners. Thanks, Frank. All right, next one. When does the official's jurisdiction end? The official's jurisdiction never ends. After all officials have left the confines of the playing area, after the referee has left the confines of the playing area, after the final horn is sounded. Okay, I know this one. What do y'all got? Michael or Mario or
B.
You have B, the visual confines. Okay, anybody got anything different?
I have B too.
All right, good. So that's the word, right? All officials. When may cheerleaders or other entertainment be allowed on the court? Good one. Okay. All right, I know that one. What you got? Same
B.
folks. You have B
B.
during a 60-second. Okay. Anybody anything different?
Nope.
Nope. All right, cool. All right, we're gonna take a L on number 4, but I'll get that question out. All right. Well, let me submit it. It won't. Dang it. All right. What do we go with? C? Is that what we talked about? We go with C, right? If you don't know, you go with C. Common foul in A2, B3 will shoot the bonus. I don't know if I like that answer. Dang it. I'll just put C. All right, here we go. Yes.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Go with C.
Go with C.
Go with C, baby. All right, cool. All right, so I'll do this slow. So
Made a whole career.
there we go. That's how you got in the Air Force, Frank, remember? All right, so I'll do it slow just so the ones that will watch it. So question 1 is A. B is A. I'm sorry, 2 is A. 3 is C. 4 is C. 5 is D. 6 is D. 7B. 8B. All right. Just
What was
so
number
people know.
5 again? Bravo?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is D. All the
D,
above.
right.
D. All the above.
Right,
Yeah, D for
okay.
dog. All right. So we got all that. You can go back and look at that. All right. Good deal. Let's get into all right, so we'll go to, let's do last second shot sequence. There we go. Break down this play from start to finish, tell exactly what you see and how you would grade each action, and then which official the grade would fall under. All right, so last second shot, there's a replay. All right, we got 2 videos.
Nothing.
Watch it again. No, you can't do a slow-mo in this one. Okay. All right. Boom. Dang. Okay, let's go to replay. I'll show it twice. All right, let's watch it again. Okay. Let's go here. All right, so here's the question. Break down this play from start to finish. Tell us exactly what you see and how you would grade each action. There's a lot going on. Okay. I won't have to type it in, but we can just kind of go over it. You can't go slow-mo on it, though. That's the problem. I want to kind of go. Let me go back. Okay, so I guess we have screen one, and we have two screens, right? So anybody have anything on the first screen?
Yeah, defensive foul by the looks. Crashing through. It's not incidental. She had time to move, it looks like. She's had 1-2 steps. But I'd say that's an illegal screen. No, I mean,
Okay.
a defensive
A push through.
push through.
Anyone else? We'll just talk about that first sequence. This play right here.
I would agree, and that would have been the C's call, and he looks like he's looking at it.
Yeah.
He's looking straight through, yeah.
Because the trail official would have seen the back of the defender and would not have seen the offensive player in time. So that would be the C's call to come across and get in the coverage.
Yeah. I have center looking at the ball handler dribbler, too.
It looks like he already left it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he may have.
Yeah. He goes right to the – it's not a whole lot. Does time and score and all that play a time in it? And also, are we going to be shooting on this? Well, yeah, we're in the bonus.
You'd be
Both of
shooting,
them,
Yeah.
and the team behind would be shooting.
Yeah, LSU is down, right? The purple team. Yeah, so this
Yes.
is the first one we missed. Center watching ball handler probably needs to be a step back to see this. Follows the ball. Okay. And that's what Rodney Mott says all the time, right? We eyes watching the ball handler dribbler. Okay, it's a second screen. I'll try to do it slow-mo. Oh, man, lots going on. What do we have on this one?
I feel like that one's illegal.
Think she gets there?
well, the defensive player, again, looks like she has time to adjust her path. I mean, she has, 1 or 2 steps, and you look at the screen, and she's got both feet up. She's within her feet look a little wide. But that still doesn't give the defensive player the right to crash through her,
Yep.
even though her feet are a little wider than shoulder width. So I think it's another push through. That's what I would say.
Is this a blind screen or in the visual field of that player? Because everything changes on that. Remember we went over that screening?
Right.
Everything changes.
Yeah, but she
based on
turns. I know it says it has to be within her visual and 1 or 2 steps so she can change direction. It looks like she takes a full step before she makes contact easily. Me, I'm just saying. If
Yeah, no, I'm with you. So I'm reading
type of
here's on Article 7, a player who is screened within his or her visual field is expected to avoid contact by going around the screener. In cases of
Right.
screens outside the visual field, the opponent may make inadvertent contact with the screener and if the opponent is running rapidly, the contact may be severe. Such a case is to be ruled as incidental contact provided the opponent stops or attempts to stop on contact and moves around the screen, and provided the screen is not displaced if he or she has the ball.
Well, if that's the case, she definitely doesn't, the screener is displaced.
That's what I was gonna go, is that I think in white saw her on the step and it looked like she tried to pull up and she does not go through her. There is contact that displaces the defender, or excuse me, the offensive player, but the defender now didn't get off step, didn't advance nowhere. So that had a little bit different look than the previous
Yeah,
screen.
you're right. Yeah, good look. Good.
Because it looked like she was just pulling up a second and she doesn't go through her.
Yeah.
And now she's stopped and she's out of the play.
Do you have a no call, Frank?
I would have had a no call there. I was more susceptible to have a call on the first one.
This one.
But on the second one by itself, the second one would have been a no call. But in the course of those two back-to-back, unfortunately, the same guy saw the same look.
I'm trying to figure out what the center is doing. Like, we just watched the center, misses the first one, just walking. Man, we got a 6-point ball game with 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, he's not even.
And the trail's not in the picture either.
Yep, and then he spots a 3 here.
Yeah, he got ready to spot that.
That's not even women's college mechanics, let alone
No.
high school.
That's
okay.
not his,
I
no
mean,
way.
Yeah, you can assist on it. I get it, but he's not even like down in position. Okay, so the group was saying the first one is a push through on the screen. We should have got that one. That kid would have shot the bonus shots, 1-on-1, 2-on shot, depending where we're at. We're saying a no call on the second screen. Is that where we're at on that as a group?
I think
Anybody
so,
got
yes.
anybody got anything different?
No, I agree.
Okay. I think we all believe that's a legal block on that, even on the replay. So let's talk about, I guess, are we going offense initiates all the contact? Is it an A to A verticality, or is it A to B on the closeout? Where do we at on this? I'll go to the replay because we get a better look on the replay. Let's go here.
That's a good block.
What we got? It's a tough play. It's a tough play. What do y'all think?
I'm gonna say on the first shot, I think that's a good block. On the second one, I feel like she had verticality and she gave it away when she reached over to block the ball again. The offender, I believe the offensive player just made a smart body movement to get that shot off to go into the contact, but she definitely gave it away with that arm reach. Had she have gone straight up, I would have gave her 2 good blocks. But on the second one, I think she gives away her verticality with that arm swipe on that left arm. She leaning over to get that block.
Are you sure that's just not a reaction from the offense being thrown into her chest, though?
I don't think so.
And at that point, her whistle's already gone off. Her whistle's like there.
Yeah. It's a tough look at Lee, too, to see that. I know in women's. What do you have? Nothing on this, Aaron?
I want to know where my trail and my C are, because I don't understand how she can call that. She's completely blocked.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that's in women's. I know that's her primary, but that's absolutely tough.
Yeah, it's a tough look for sure.
And then the trail is still like at the timeline when this is all happening.
Well, I would have to agree with Mike McCall that, her body is straight, but her arms are not vertical at all. I mean, she's already out of legal guarding position on the second one, even though the offensive player may have initiated contact, she's already out of verticality. She gives it up when her left arm is totally making contact.
And I think if the
Wasn't
coach
that-
explained that, that's what would be the explanation, John and Mikhail, that exactly that the contact with the arm prior to any contact initiated by the offensive player, that would be the explanation, right or wrong. You're right.
Mark, it goes in your Turnitin, not in your class comments.
Where do I put it? Up here?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it won't let me type it. Oh, there you go. Okay. Thank you. All right, so I'm putting 1, miss push through on first screen, centers play, the official follows ball handler, dribbler, and does not stay with the screening action. 2, second screen is incidental contact, right?
Yep.
Good, no call, centers play. Okay. 3, we're saying legal block on shot, trails, play in NFHS. Trail is out of position. To referee, play.
At any
4.
level.
Yeah, true. Okay, so and then so the consensus is, and I'm torn on it, but I believe she's illegal. To Michael's point as well, I think it's she's vertical A to A, but I believe the swipe down is what causes her to foul with her left arm. So I'll put a foul on 3-point shot. NFHS. Dang it. So we'll go NFHS, trails, primary, leads, secondary, trail, out of position, defender is illegal due to contact by left arm on shooter. Anything else? Anybody want to add anything to it?
We have to grade each official, right?
Do what now?
We have to grade each official.
Yeah, it's saying, so tell us exactly what you see and how you would grade each action and which it would go under. I'm reading that as who has each play. Am I reading that correctly?
I
Like
interpret it as like you give them
So,
an
yep.
A, like on their thing.
Is that what we're supposed to be doing? I don't read it like that. Anyone else got an opinion on that?
I think how you type it out is completely fine.
Okay. I don't like grading referees. All right, I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna turn that in. Turn in. I think you have to go put mark as done, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, did that. Not there.
Did y'all start at 12:30 or 1?
Started at 12:30. Who is that?
Kenny.
I know. Get him out of here.
You
All
said
right, so-
1.
Kenny's at the turn.
Check your email.
No.
He's
No,
at
I
the
had to
turn. He
work
gets
today.
2 hot dogs and a Coke. No touch delivery, and he's gone. Correct.
They turned in. All right.
No, man, I got bad information.
That was a good play you missed.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
a good.
no, man.
That was a good. That was a great discussion, everybody. We wrap. Best scene to date.
All right, last play. A timeout is called before this play. You are the crew chief. Walk me through what you would do during this timeout. Okay.
I thought this was
What do we have? What do we have? A time.
You should
last
give us
second shot.
everything you got on this play, Mark.
Why?
This is your play.
Who calls a timeout?
This is so similar to Mark's play at
What are you
St.
talking
Mary's.
about?
It's so similar to your play at St. Mary's.
Never foul?
No, but
Man, I forgot about that play. What are you talking about? We don't talk about that play.
that's good. That's
Oh my
good.
God, there's the
Shaking
dog
them in.
again. Jesus Christ. It's the same dog I just chased for 45 minutes. It's just going in circles.
I'm confused. What am I missing here?
So you're not
Last
looking
play.
at the play. Yeah, let's say, what do you want to discuss if they call the timeout?
Oh,
right?
okay. Yeah, San Diego's down 1.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Okay, all right, got it. I thought there was a timeout on the
Yeah, so
play.
did I. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so did I. And I looked at it. I was like, where's the timeout?
Oh,
But
okay.
he's
Timeout's
saying,
called before this play. You're the crew chief. Walk me through what you do during this time. Okay. All right.
Oh, got it.
All right. Who okay. Let's go with well, anybody can take it if you want, but yeah, so what are we discussing? Let me go back to the time and score and all of it. Okay. Just so we have an understanding. All right, so it's 72-71. White team is down 1, 2.6 on the clock. Both teams are in the bonus. One is double bonus, one single bonus. They're in a double bonus. Okay. That's the context of the game. Who wants to take
Mhm.
it?
So I think you started off properly with taking the making sure we know how many fouls. We need to know how many timeouts are left, right?
Yep.
Who's the primary responsible for the clock? So
Okay.
who's in it for us? Who's opposite table?
Last second shot responsibilities. We're talking NFHS official opposite table. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is the trail on this one, right?
Correct.
Now the trail has the inbound too. So what are we talking on that?
Correct. Exactly.
So
I don't see the play. Am I off?
you want me to go back to it?
Just
There you
quick.
go. Yeah, sure. So you can add to it, John. So we've talked about time, score, possession hour, timeouts, all that stuff prior. We talked about trail has the clock. But then what are we going to be discussing that trail is also has the inbound as well.
Right. C has a role in this. I mean, a lot of responsibilities falling on the trail. He's got the clock and the throw in. Do we want to have C, since he's off ball, he could have the shot clock or the last shot, make sure it goes off before we have all zeros. I mean, C has to be involved some way.
I
His
think
lead has.
I think the discussion where you bring C in is knowing the score. Is I think you also touch on that they don't need a 3-point shot. So from an
Right.
inbound, it could be something to the front of the rim or something not on the perimeter. So I think that's where you bring the C in and discuss with him that all eyes are on the throw in, all eyes are on half the 3-point line, but it doesn't have to be a 3-point shot because you're only down 1. If it was down 3, then everybody's looking for a perimeter shot with less than 3 seconds. But in this case, it could have been something in the paint, something to the front of the rim. So I think you can cover that too and bring the C into play. But I'd be cautious on, depending upon your crew, trying to switch up too much on giving somebody else responsibility that's not normally the responsibility and the mechanic. Some crews
Right.
could handle it, some crews couldn't. So I just caution that. Know your crew.
Yep.
So also, I mean, we're always going to discuss that we can't just leave the trail by himself with that responsibility. So it doesn't matter if it's the lead, if it's the C, that if they have information to bring, they have to bring that information. They can't hold on to that information. And you can't stop refereeing because it's not your play. So you really don't need to transfer responsibility. You just not need to reinforce it this time. Hey, remember, if you have information for the trail official, bring it.
And last thing about information, Kenny, and dependent upon, and I know in this game, they got video and other places. We as high school officials may trust our table crew. And when you're over there double checking to see how many timeouts are left or seeing what the status is, you may mention to them, hey, keep an eye out. You're part of the team. You're part of the crew. We may come to you. And if that's the last thing you have to do, not everybody's comfortable with that. And I'm not comfortable with that at all facilities. But there are a couple of facilities that I'm going to exhaust to include them to get information.
What do you
Whether I
come
use
into
it or
them
not,
with?
I may ask them, either give them something, or I may just ask them, because I don't want to plant a seed. I may just ask them, what did you see? And that's just information. I don't have to use it. But we talk about them being part of the crew.
Yeah, I would caution.
I'm not
on that
making
one,
a living
but I hear what
doing it.
you're saying.
Yeah.
But I think you make a
Definitely
good
caution.
point, because it doesn't matter if it's an experienced table crew or not. We need to let them know that, hey, look for the hand of the official that's inbounding the ball to go down, right? Because that's going to be real big. That the
Absolutely.
clock goes off in its proper manner.
So they got to be part of it at the
Yeah, I don't
beginning or
think
the end.
I agree. I don't think we do a great job of going. Like, anytime we have we've all been a part of so many last second shots. I've never gone to the table and say, hey, you have any questions? Or, hey, make sure we chop it at the right, we're starting the clock correctly. I don't do that. That's something I think we can do a better job of. I don't know. I mean, should we be doing that? I don't.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah,
I mean, I do that.
especially at the
I do that.
smaller, I think at the school on-site facilities, absolutely.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
maybe
agree.
even the big facilities too, even though some of us know a lot of these people, but it never hurts.
Yeah,
Agreed.
and some of the venues you
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it because we're being taped.
Yeah.
But all locations
That is
know all
true.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I will say, if you're at Blossom, you're good to go. We can say that. All right. So we've got discuss
Ask them.
time. Yeah. Discuss time and score, timeouts, possession hours, have discussion with table crew to assist, starting clock correctly. Last second shot responsibilities, official opposite table would be Trail in this situation. Trail is inbound, so need assistance from other officials. Southern League can help with the clock starting properly. Then we put San Diego down 1 point, do not need a 3-point shot, understanding what type of shot they will be taking or looking for, drive to the basket, referee legality of defenders, and offense officiating contact. What else? What else we want to talk about?
That was our 30-second time out there.
Do we want to talk about if the ball does go in, we need to look for a quick timeout from the opposing?
Oh,
Absolutely.
good point. Good point.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah, what happens after?
And if they can't get the ball in, so we just have to be aware of the timeouts.
okay, so
Well, doesn't the clock stop in college after a made basket in the last minute?
it does, but in high school it does not. So we've got to
Right,
be
right.
super aware, right? We got to be so if
Right.
FD scores, we got to have clock awareness and opposing team asking for timeout. So we got to be good on that. What else? You're saying if SD can't get ball in play, be aware of another timeout.
Yeah, and I don't know about y'all, but I'll say that to the coach. Hey, make sure you get my attention if I'm the C.
Absolutely.
Make sure you jump out and get my attention.
And that's something that I think we would talk about too, that even though the official closest to the bench looks like he's in the best position, but if the coach doesn't do exactly what you're talking about, he may signal a timeout and never say anything, and you never see it from behind. So we talk about that also.
I usually just tell coaches, I'm here if you need me.
I'm right here. Yeah.
Okay.
And you
If
gotta
they
come
need-
to-
I'm sure they feel more comfortable after you say that, Aaron.
Yeah. I'm here for you.
I am here for you. Okay. What else? What else we missing? Anything else we want to add to it? Anyone else in the group? Anything that we can do? Trying to think what else.
How about, no, I was going to say intentional foul, possibly but that won't happen. I mean, it could, but
I mean, you could discuss what giving, like they having fouls to give, but in this situation they don't. But you can just, that would be under time, score, possession. Or I could even add it here.
Right.
Fouls to give. Possible fouls.
Did we talk about protecting the shooter all the way up, all the way down?
Nope. Last second shot response. So we can go here. That 1 point. I'll put it here. Protecting shooter all the way down, like you do at St. Mary's. Protect shooter all the way down. We won't discuss that play. I should probably find that play for y'all. It'd be an amusement.
Evidently, we got to see this now.
Yeah, within 20 minutes after I got a phone call and the play clips on my phone. You never want that.
Oh, not if you ain't left the facility. Hell no.
No, even before I was in my car, I got it. I was like, yo, Mark, call me when you look to this. Oh, Lord. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Protect shoot all the way down. Okay, we good on this? Anything else? That's I mean, I don't want to do too much. You only got much time, but.
Right.
It's quite
Yeah, I was gonna say you can't have a whole clinic.
We covered more than is in the manual, considerably. So we've exhausted that.
Yeah. Watch, I'm gonna put submit, and then there's gonna be like some people only put a few things. Let's turn that in. Okay. I want to look. All right, we're good there. Is that everything? Classwork. Okay, we did the homework. You guys do the video already? Did the quiz? Wasn't there a video? Oh no, it's not out yet. The IVR. Okay, I want to go over this one though, because me and Kenny talked a little bit about it while everyone's on here. So I'm gonna go here. Here's because I had some questions on this. So while we're here, we might as well go over it. All right. There we go. It's playing. Just taking a while. 7, 8. Here it goes. No, why is it not playing? Okay. It's this dang Wi-Fi out here, man. Come on.
I hear the birds chirping.
I know that. Well, never mind. All right, here we go.
Oh, you're at the place?
Oh no, no. Ava's getting her hair done for her birthday. Okay. Did y'all see this play? Do y'all remember it?
Yeah, I remember it.
What did y'all? I mean, I know it was a blocking foul. What did y'all have on this? I mean, I'm sorry, an offensive foul. Sorry, player control foul. Did y'all have a blocking foul, or did everyone have a offensive foul on this?
I believe I had player control.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I had, and I got it wrong.
You had a block, right?
I had player control. Remember we talked? Oh no, this one I had a block. Yeah. I thought you was talking. I was thinking the other one that I had to player control.
Let me see if I can switch. I'm gonna see if I can switch to my hotspot. That may help. Let me see.
Play on.
No, they called something, right?
Yeah, they call block. I can't remember if that was because it was in the arc, but normally in EuroLeague that's check ball.
Yeah, but they've even cleaned that up.
They have. Mm-hmm. The stuff out top,
because they had
not so much.
Because they've had They had serious fights. That's why. I mean,
Yes.
like
Yes.
career-ending kind of stuff.
Yeah. The paint they've cleaned up out top.
Yeah, they had a block on it. Did anyone have anything different on this? Except for Kenny? Huh. Okay.
Did you play it again? I didn't get to see it really. And I
Did you
didn't
see
watch
it?
it.
Oh, you didn't watch it the first time? Okay.
No. I didn't get to do anything last week.
Oh, I'm gonna show they show it on the baseline too.
And then called a
I think-
block?
Yeah, they had a block on it, yeah. I want to see if I can do a slow-mo. It's hard on this one to do it. On the baseline angle here. Because I think what it is, because he walls up, right? And he brings his right foot in, so I guess he's good. But see how he walls up? It's a tough one. But I guess everybody does have a play control, just not you, Kenny.
Yeah.
All right. I don't want to do this.
Didn't like who made the call though.
Oh,
Call
you know
come-
where I got that wrong? Like who had the
It-
play? Like
the highlighted one.
I think the trail is closer to this play than the lead is.
On this one right here?
Yeah, I mean, because that guy doesn't even move.
I'm just going through the answers.
I wish I could get my tape measure out on this play. Look at that. Look where the lead is, and look where. And I got that wrong. Remember that question? Who's the
Yeah, the center.
closest to the defender?
You think the trail's closer? The center's here. The lead
Where?
should be at close down. So if the lead's at
Yeah,
close
that's what
down,
I'm saying. Oh, I meant. Oh, he was so high. I thought he was.
The trail.
I didn't even look.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that dude-
I thought he was. I thought the guy I was looking at was Trail.
Yeah,
That's
the
why I
center.
got it wrong.
The
Okay.
center was the closest, and the center made the call.
No, it wasn't a double whistle.
I don't know. You can't see lead.
Lead never steps into the.
Yeah,
Never
'cause
steps
he's-
in.
Man, he
He
looks
just-
like. I think the other guy comes in, doesn't he? Oh, they don't show. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now I understand why I got it wrong though, because I thought, man, that guy was high for C. Shit, he's way out of position.
It was two trails.
How did he get that far out of position?
He never moved.
Oh yeah, he must have the only whistle.
Yeah, this next play I got really wrong. So this is what I wanted to get into the rule book on this. So I don't know if y'all remember we had this play with Henry. Henry had a play at Brennan when we had the crash, and he had to play a control foul when the kid had the ball and he turned, and then it was the crash.
Yeah, I
I'm
remember.
so I'm just way off on this one. So I got all this wrong because, and me and Kenny talked about it. So I believe I'm wrong. I'm just gotta find the rules to support it. So I guess because he doesn't have the ball yet, he's not considered somebody with the ball, right? Because it says clearly on there if you don't but now he gets the ball there, I guess it doesn't mean that he really has the ball. Because it says, is this defender in legal guarding position? So if you go to the rules, I'm even gonna go what I sent to Kenny, and I believe I'm way off. So I just hope the group tells me that I'm way off as well. Let me see if I can go to this text. So I put here the rule is, let's see if I can find the rule. Didn't I send it to you, Kenny?
Yeah, I'm trying to see what I got.
It's the one with it's under guarding. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. There we go. Nope, that's not it. Dang it.
Hey, Mark, I got this one wrong too, man.
What did you have on it? You had an offensive foul?
No,
Oh, what did you have?
I don't
You got it
think
right.
that's. I can't remember the next deal. I said he
I'm-
wasn't. I said he wasn't.
Yeah, no, he's not. He's not in legal guarding position. You should have got it right then. If I was going
Good
to
call,
guarding, chill out. If you go to 423, this is what I was looking at. So this is the discussion I wanted. Guarding, and it says guarding guarding an opponent with the ball or a stationary opponent without the ball. So is this opponent we're saying does not have the ball? Because it says here, guarding an opponent with the ball. No time or distance is required to obtain initial legal guarding position. If the opponent with the ball is airborne, the guard must have obtained legal position before the opponent left the floor. But that's what I looked at here. But are we considering this player with the ball, without the ball? That's my question to the group.
Well, if we look at this snapshot as it is right now, he has the ball. He has received the ball. So he is an opponent with the ball. Plus he's airborne.
That's what I thought. So if we're saying is they're legal, there's no time and distance required, and they have to get to their initial spot. What does it say here? It says if the opponent with the ball is airborne, the guard must have obtained legal position before the opponent left the floor. So I guess you'd have to go back to look at it.
Right, that's my point.
Yes, okay. Is the defender, I'm just going to say no because I know the answer, but I put yes. Does the defender need to allow the airborne offensive player to land avoid contact? See, I put no on this. Where does it say in the rule book? I'm talking strictly NFHS. Does the defender need to allow the airborne offensive player to land and avoid contact?
Like I talked about, I determined that he does not have, we're looking at it at like at the last second. And I don't know if you get that in real time. To me, he doesn't have the ball. Have the ball means I have it, I'm dribbling, or I've caught it and now I'm starting to make my move. That's where I differ with when John says in that I don't see he's a person with the ball. He's receiving the ball. See, when the rule book says has the ball, I'm thinking dribbling, catch, has caught, boom. I think you got to allow him some steps.
Yeah, you're right. The definition says dribbling or holding a live ball. That's what player control is, either dribbling or holding a live ball. And that constitutes team control as well.
He's not holding a live ball right there?
Well, yeah, he is. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying he's with the ball. That's where Kenny and I differ.
Yeah, me too. I think it's a block. Don't get me wrong. I think it's they don't give them time to land. It's a dangerous play. I think it's a lot easier to have a block on this than an offensive foul. But I was just going back to, are they legal and based on what? Now, they may even step towards them a little bit. But I don't know where it says that. Is there anywhere in the rule book that says they have to give them a space to land?
It's only if they have the ball. Right. Okay, so I'm looking at it as that they're a moving opponent without the ball. Because you're going to catch a ball. See, I'm using Article 5.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
3.
Yeah, so if you're looking at 5, guarding without the ball, and then it even has D, if the opponent is airborne, the guard must have obtained legal guarding position before they left the floor. So that's the same one, Article 4. But it's saying time and distance are factors required to obtain initial legal position. The guard must give the opponent time or distance to avoid contact. The distance need not be more than 2 strides. So yeah, it just comes into the fact. Says it. Yeah, so it just comes down to are we factoring this player has the ball or does not have the ball, and then it goes either way, doesn't it? They do have the ball.
Yeah, depending on what rule you use. Yes.
Yeah. So what does the group think on this? They think that they're a player with the ball or without the ball?
I'm saying with the ball.
But look, go back to where he doesn't have the ball and see he's airborne. Go. See if you can go back. Can you go back a little?
I will, yeah.
Or just has,
I'm gonna submit it and go
Okay.
back. I think I can. Okay, so let me go.
see, he's airborne. Look.
Block for sure.
That person's airborne.
So let me see if I can go back a little bit. So before, yeah, I mean, he's left the floor, right? He's got to be in legal
Right
guarding
here.
position here, and
Correct.
I think he steps forward, right? Yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you. I just didn't be able to go slow mo. Yeah.
What did they give him?
caution,
I think I had a block on this.
They had a no call. They had nothing on it because he just turns and throws the ball away.
Oh, it throws it away.
Yeah, and the ref kind of gives the flopping mechanic even more reason to go block on it, right? Because it's a possession consequence. They turn the ball over. When I first did this, I was like, and I talked to Martin from DDR, and I talked to Kenny. I wanted to bring up to the group. I think you have to go on the basis of they have to give time and distance for them to land. The more and more I kind of go through this, I've kind of changed my view on it. That I feel like it's a safety issue. I think you have to go block on this play if it's something similar to in high school. I believe. Anyone got anything different? What do you think, John? Have you still going with a player control foul?
I think I had a block on this one.
Oh, you did? Okay. Based on time and distance, or
time and distance, yeah, because he didn't give him any time to land. He gave him no space to land really, or gave him the 1 or 2 strides. So I think I had a block on this one, if I recall.
Okay, but then how did you have him having the ball? Then you couldn't have a block.
But the defender's also not legal when he takes off on the floor, so he's not a legal defender. So
I agree. I'm 100%.
Yeah. No, I had a block because he didn't give him. I guess I considered him having the ball. So he had the ball. He didn't give him time and distance. I think that's
what Mark was saying. The rule is if you have the ball, you don't have to give him time and distance.
Yeah, no time and distance.
Yeah, but you still have to obtain legal guarding position,
which he did.
So it's a hybrid of both 4 and 5.
Agreed.
He starts without the ball, so he's protected under 4. Halfway through, he gets the ball, and now let me back up.
Yeah, opposite.
Vice versa. He's protected under 5 when he starts, but he continues to be protected under 4 when he now gets the ball.
Based on the second article, the second point. Yeah, okay.
Exactly. So he's protected either way without the ball, and then he changes his status with the ball, but there's still protection. One is got to be in legal guarding position. The other one is you got to give him time and distance.
Well, there's no time and distance. They both just say you have to be legal guarding before they left the floor, whether you have the ball or not.
It's there too, yes.
Where's the time and distance?
Well, if you're guarding someone without the ball, which he started without the ball when he left the air, when he left, and the defender was not in legal guarding position when he left the air, when the offensive player left.
I thought you were talking about on the catch, not on the initial.
Correct. So he's protected. He's protected under both.
Yeah, under both, he has to have legal guarding position before they leave the floor. No matter what, a defender has to have legal guarding position before
the opponent. Player. Yeah, because on 5D and then on 4B.
4B, yeah.
Both of them talk about you got to have legal guarding position before the offensive player leaves the floor.
Yeah, so I think you're right. Article 4B and 5D, Article 5D, they're the same. Pertain to both. So yeah, okay, good. That's why we had this. Okay. All right, next one. We'll go over this just to talk about it. Man, this was an interesting discussion we had on our Facebook group on this, right? What do y'all have on this? Talk through it.
Well, I messed everybody up when I initially commented on this because I saw the travel jumped right out at me in the beginning, so nothing would have. If that was called, nothing would have transpired. But since the travel wasn't called, I had a blog, the old Onion and pizza analogy, because the defender just sits down, the way I look at it.
What's the pizza? I never heard that one before.
That's
heard
Boston
the
for
onion.
Pizza. You know, onion pizza?
No.
No, I've heard like an onion and a pancake. I just never heard an onion and a
Oh, I
pizza.
thought it was the pizza analogy.
Leave it to you New Englanders to change stuff up, man.
What
Well,
are we
isn't
doing?
A pancake and a pizza, they're the same shape.
It is. You're
they're
right.
flat.
You're right. I just had never heard pizza before.
No, I never heard that one.
But you fold pizza, you don't fold pancake.
That's original, John. Original.
Still would have called travel, but
I'm going to stop digging since I'm in the hole, okay?
So I just remember one of our sessions with the NBA guys. I think it was Eric Lewis, and he talked about the guy doesn't get in the path, and that's why I would have gone block. That's what I was thinking. If I didn't call the travel, you're right. The travel jumped out at me, and I wonder why. Can we go back to how it starts? So
He receives the ball on his right foot.
yeah. Oh no, it's a travel. I'm trying to figure out what the referee doesn't see to call it a travel.
Right, okay.
I don't know if he left too early or he's looking for the 3-point shot and then gets surprised. Yeah, he took his eye off of the offender.
Yep.
So this is left foot pivot on the catch, right?
Well, either foot moves. They both shuffle before the dribble.
See that? Ooh, I guess, Michael, you got a good point. It's like, did it move or it just lifted? No, not off the ground. So I could see, okay, it's closer than I thought. It looked obvious to me when I first saw it. So to y'all, is the lead in the best position?
I think I answered that all of them were in dependable positions, but I got that wrong. Because we had discussed it on Facebook that everybody looked like they were in good position. But I guess T looks a
Yeah,
little.
I thought the trail was a little too high for that play going to the basket. There was no movement with the play to the basket, but But I'm wondering if the lead, does he have the best possible position to adjudicate that play from there?
No.
Yeah, it looks like, and he's a big enough guy to see that. Yeah,
he sees a lot of back. But I'm
yeah.
not sure
So
what else he could have done.
And that's my point. So what is a better position? Where could he have been to get a better look? Underneath the basket?
That's the only place he could have went.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's two steps.
That's got to be C's play.
Into the lane, because if the lead goes to his right, he now puts more backs. If he goes to his left, he sees it and he's going to be right under the rim, and that may not give him a look, but it gives him his best look. Not the best look of the crew, but his best look. Because there's too much body there.
Yeah, if the T closes down, he's got an open look just as C does.
Yes.
I think T is way out of position for this one.
Now, I think center has the best because of where that defender came from.
Yeah.
Because I think if the trail does come down, and he gets a better look. I think he may have guessed at it because of where that defender, because it's a secondary defender, comes up from C side of the floor, not, and then does whatever he does.
So if you're lead on this play and it's secondary defender, it's your play first. In that position, I probably don't put a whistle on it. I don't know what you guys, I'm just going to hope to see gets this play right.
And Kenny, I tend to agree with you because from where the lead would be, and I know I wouldn't see it because I couldn't see over anybody, but you would not see the whole play. I think you would see, because you're seeing the back, I think you would see the result of something. And if you don't know what something was, then it'd be difficult to put a whistle on it as the lead if I was in that position. Because all I'd see was the aftermath.
Is it not? It's center's play.
Is it center's play? Secondary defender.
Yeah, I know, but it comes from center though. Look where this secondary defender comes from. It's from center side, and the primary defender is beat. He can go right to this.
Yeah. But
but
all I'm asking, I'm not debating. I agree that I would love the Steve to take this call, but is that his primary if it's the secondary defender in the paint?
I think so. I think it's his, in NFHS, I believe this is center's play.
That's what the book says. That's what the manual says.
Right. The only way the lead would have anything would be on a cadence whistle, and that'd be an if.
Now, if it came from over here, if this player came from lead side and came to the middle, I think lead would have a better understanding. I agree with Kenny. I think you stay off this at lead. You don't have it. I think he does a good job of staying off it. He's got too many players in front of him, and center has the best look.
Yep,
sure does.
So, yeah, that's what I think.
And we talk about. Remember, they talked about again with the in our DDR sessions that they talked about being ready to move from that. Don't put your eye on the offense. At this point, right. He beats the lead. You go to the next.
Who's going to get you in trouble next?
To the next defender. Yeah, don't even watch White at that point. You go right to the next defender. Because the lead still has. He had 2 matchups.
Yeah, he's got a lot of players in front of him. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Okay. All right. Anyone else want to talk about anything? We got all our class.
No, man. I'm sorry that I was just chilling too. I was waiting for 1 o'clock.
No, I'll send you.
I mean, I was working. I wasn't chilling. Don't let Frank think I'm chilling. I'm working.
You was cleaning your clubs.
No, I was working. I got some work to do.
You in the office today?
Yeah, I am in the office.
I know.
All right. Well, y'all go make 100. Good talk. See y'all later.
All right. Thanks, Mark.
Hey, did you record that?
Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, I'll send you a link.
Mark, did you record?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'll send you. All right, y'all. Later.
Okay.